How to make a solid black outline in a tattoo is one of the most frequently asked questions at my master classes. First, let's define what an outline is. Outline is not quite accurate for what we're talking about. More precisely, we're discussing lines, specific geometric figures. The secret to creating a proper line lies in setting the right task. But I want to say that not all lines need to be perfectly straight and sharp. The appearance of a line depends on the specific task at hand. Let's look at some works using lines. We can clearly see that the lines in these tattoos are very different, and creating them requires different techniques, maybe even different tools. I'll say up front that I don't claim to have the ultimate truth. I'm just sharing my personal experience and observations. The method I'll present in this video is one way to create outlines, and it works just as well as others, especially for beginners. I'm Alex Kutcher. Let's go. The first and most important reason for poor lines and outlines is, of course, hand positioning. Proper hand positioning always involves stabilizing at 3, or in special cases, 2 points: elbow, wrist, pinky, or elbow, pinky. This hand positioning gives you stability and the right dynamics for your work. This way, you can control the movement and depth of the needle without engaging other joints, straining muscles, or making errors. There are things in tattooing that you can only do with your fingers, larger areas where you use your wrist, and some tasks that require shoulder movement. So, hand positioning is something you should always keep in mind. The second reason is equipment. It's generally believed that outlining is best done with an induction machine, and this is due to 2 factors. First, the significant weight of the machine, and second, its design, which allows the ink to be driven into the skin in a specific way, unlike rotary machines. However, lately, I've come across rotary machines that are just as good as induction ones for line quality. With a weighted grip, they also dampen vibrations well, which is a definite plus for performing graphic tattoo techniques. The third reason is needles. Specifically speaking about needles, RL, round liner needles, are sharper and more concentrated in delivering pigment under the skin, while RS, round shader, needles are less traumatic and softer in application, and hence not as dense. Based on this, we can say that different needles are needed for different lines. For example, in the trash polka style, you need jagged, broken lines that anyone with even one hand can create. In contrast, clean, straight lines like those used in old-school, neo-traditional, or graphic styles require specific motor skills and good application technique to ensure all lines are consistent and don't blur. It's worth mentioning that experienced artists also successfully use magnum needles for lines and shading, but due to their construction, these needles are not necessary for you at the beginning stage. Focus on RL and RS needles for now. As for the comfortable needle depth, it is, of course, subjective. Personally, the more depth, the more comfortable it is for me. This doesn't mean you should pull the needle out to the maximum and try to hit it from afar, as different machines are designed for different depths. Regarding the technique of working with a hidden needle, where the needle is not visible and the tip touches the skin, I don't see the point in discussing it, as I don't find this technique productive or convenient since you can't see what you're doing. It's only useful for dense shading over large areas. If you've decided to dedicate your life to the art of tattooing but still worry about not getting your outlines and lines right, join our online tattoo school where we'll share information and experience with you. We'll teach you how to create a tattoo outline, mix pigments, choose the right tattoo machine, and share tips and tricks to help you grow and start making money from tattoos quickly. Since everyone absorbs material differently, we don't offer standard courses. Our approach is personalized, and we'll work with you until you reach your goal. An important bonus that all our graduates receive is promotion as a tattoo artist in the Tattoo Stars app, which will attract clients from day one and help you become top artists. We are official partners of Tattoo Stars, and all our students get lifetime access to all the premium features of the app. And for all our viewers, we have a promo code TOP30, which will boost your profile for 30 days among the top artists and studios and allow you to participate in online tattoo battles during this period. The app is available for download in the App Store and Google Play. I'll leave the download links and promo code in the video description. Another reason for poor outlines is long single-pass lines. If the line is short, it's relatively clear what to do, but if the line is long, you have to join it seamlessly without any visible joints. Making long single-pass outlines can lead to many mistakes, such as uneven pigment distribution due to its absence in the tip, shaky lines due to hand motor skills, and even over-traumatization of the skin. I'm not saying single-pass outlines are bad and shouldn't be done, but at the beginning stage, it's often easier for many to work this way. With experience, you'll find your own style and comfort in your work. I also want to note that every artist works a bit differently. I've seen many people using various techniques and hacks when making lines, like supporting the right hand with the left hand when drawing a long line. The most important thing is to look at the result you're getting. If your work looks bad, then try changing something and experimenting. If it looks good, then great. Keep perfecting your skills and improve the quality of what you're doing now. The thickness of the needle also plays an important role. Thicker needles have a larger surface area in contact with the skin, which means they don't penetrate the skin as well as thinner ones. So when you use a thick needle for thick lines, like a 10 plus RL or RS, you need to press harder or go over the line multiple times. Keep in mind that the larger the needle size, the sharper the angle should be in relation to the skin. This way, the needles in the cluster enter the skin one after another, not all at once, making the puncture easier. Conversely, the thinner the needle, the closer the angle can be to 90 degrees relative to the skin surface. Remember, working with thin needles carries a higher risk of making mistakes than working with thick ones. In this case, it's better to take your time and go very slowly and carefully. The thinner the needle, the more unpredictable the line can be during healing. Part of it might fade, and part might blur, turning your clean line into a dashed one. So, always analyze your lines closely. Shallow penetration shows as a reddish or brownish tint, while an overworked line turns bluish or leaves a bluish stain underneath. And of course, always stretch the skin well while working to make it easier to draw. This is probably the #1 rule. So, we've covered just a few main reasons for bad lines, and you don't need to take all my advice as gospel truth. I'm not claiming that all of them will help you 100% or that this is the only correct way to create lines. But you can experiment with the things I've discussed in this video, and maybe it will benefit you. Don't forget, there are many other factors like pressure, puncture depth, speed, needle angle, and so on, which we cover in detail in our online tattoo school courses. To wrap up, I want to recommend an exercise to help you improve your skills. Take any piece of paper, a pencil or pen, and start making strokes. By doing this exercise, you'll easily develop fine motor skills and control small hand movements. Keep moving forward, believe in yourself, and take criticism as a tool for growth, and you'll find success before you know it. I promise.